Do we need men in our society?
Most answered very quickly, no.
Because men are useless. I mean,
broadly speaking, I feel like men have proven largely useless. Like I think in the political moment, the people who are
Guys, don't hold
saying
back.
what needs
Don't y'all have fathers? Or do you mean to tell me your fathers did not play a big role into how you are today? You'd rather not have a father at all. You want to be stuck with your mother the whole time. Because that's what women say. That's what all women and all daughters have ever said. God, I love being around my mother 24/7. That's all I need is my mother. Cap! This whole panel is lying.
So there's this clip going viral online of a dozen women being asked the following question. Do we need men?
I can already tell I'm not gonna like her by just looking at her. Ugh.
Do we need men?
No.
Do we need men?
Honestly, no.
Do we need men?
No.
Why?
They suck.
Well, what about you keeps attracting sucky men?
Okay, well, some bad news to these man-hating feminists. I am so sorry to break this to you, but we absolutely need men. And not just for the sake of our population not dying out forever and the world coming to an end, but, well, men are imperative in the most important fields in the world. Men make up 85% of the military. That house or building you're currently sitting in, guess what? Almost 99% of construction jobs are man-made. Firemen, 92% men. Pilots, 91% men. 82% of farming jobs proudly occupied by men. And I just said the word man-made. It's something I celebrate, but it's interesting because I was just thinking about it. And I'm like, you know what? There is going to come a time, probably not too far off from now, where the word man-made
It's gonna be
is no longer even
misogynistic.
allowed to be used. I can just see the liberal nut jobs coming after the word man-made. I mean, the writing is already on the wall, as we have already seen. But back to other men-dominated industries that we would clearly suffer without. Landscapers, well over 99% men. 99% of carpenters are men. Inventors, fishermen, policemen, also all male-dominated professions. So, guys, let's just cut the BS. Even if you hate men or embody the most extreme forms of feminism, there is no way you can say that we do not need men. And don't forget, if it wasn't for a man, you would not be alive. And that is a scientific fact.
Most answered very quickly, no. And only one said she thought women needed a man in their lives, only one. But when men were asked a similar question, do we need women? Most of them said yes. So why do you think that is?
because men are useless. I mean, and by the way, I want to differentiate between straight men and gay men because I think I would die without gay men. Nobody can gossip like gay men. Nobody can help you accessorize like gay men. Nobody can help you keep you from doing harm to yourself like gay men. But with the exception of somebody like Steve, I think Steve is very
That's
self-sufficient.
Joy's husband.
But like
is.
my
He is.
husband, it takes a village of women to make sure that he's not emaciated, starving, and living in his own filth. He can,
Really?
Now tell me, how does that make sense? He got you. He won. You said yes to marrying him. You said yes to marrying a man that you don't need. What, you were just feeling lonely? You were approaching your late 30s and you wanted to have kids, so you settled down with the first decent guy that you could that was interested in you. How are you gonna talk trash about your man? What do you mean he needs a whole village just to get by? Most men are good. I feel like he wasn't even asking. I feel like, call me crazy because I don't know the dynamics within your relationship, but I could just imagine that you came into his life and told him all the corrections and all the improvements that he could do on the day to day about, like, just simple things around the house, right? Just maybe being more organized or remembering that he has an appointment on such and such day. he was getting by just fine before you got there, and you still marry the man. Obviously, he doesn't need a village.
You guys,
No.
well, I feel you guys are married to people that are more.
I have Handy Manny at home.
Mm.
No, he fixes everything. When things
Shout
go
out to
bump in the
you.
night, he's the one that goes downstairs. When there's a bug to be exterminated, he does the extermination.
Nope.
When there is something to be fixed, he fixes it. He throws out the trash and he
Still
throws
not.
Why
out
is
the
she shaking her
recyclables.
head?
I enjoy all the man stuff.
So
he
my,
does at
but
my
wait a
house.
second. I know what you're going to say, but wait. She's really talking about a servant. Let's face it.
No.
It's a handyman she's talking
No,
about.
it's a handy manny.
Oh, it's a handyman with benefits.
We do not
though.
have
Well, but the things that you're describing, you could pay somebody to do that. We're not talking about that. What about the inner life of a man? That's what this is about.
I need
The inner life of a man, that's what this is about. You see how women just move the goalposts like that? That other girl who was praising her man gave some very valid points on just daily stuff that would require a man to do, right? And she was very respectful. She was very appreciative that she has a husband, she has a man. But this girl has to take it away. Like, no. We're not talking about something that you could hire someone else to do. You don't think I could hire a maid? You don't think that guys could hire a chef? Prostitutes is one of the oldest professions. Okay, you don't think we can't pay for box? How are you just gonna write off everything she said? What kind of answer are you looking for? What does it mean to find the use of a man within his inner life? His inner life? How about your current life? How about all the things? How about all the items that you use? The buildings, the houses that you live in, the car that you drive. Dude, did you know it was a man who invented tampons? But men are trash. Men are the scum of the earth. Women could do just fine on their own. I'm a dumb man. I'm sorry. I'm a dumb man. I don't know any better.
I need my man 3 to 4 times a week. And good for you guys. And then the rest of the time I need a wife. Because I've always said that.
Everyone needs a wife.
No, I teased Vicky, my producer, in the morning. I was like, if you'd like to join Max and I, not in that way, but like Vicky and I could kill it as a household runners. Like
Yeah.
we would be laughing, giggling, doing all the things, and Max would be so psyched I was wasting all my words somewhere else anyway. So it would be a perfect combo. And the other day, Caleb said to me, this is my youngest son, he said, Mama, I want a spare mom. And I didn't know what he meant. And he's like, he said, Genevieve has a spare mom. And I realized the parents were
that, a
divorced.
nanny?
No,
Oh.
a divorced, an extra mom,
stepmom.
like 2 moms.
Oh.
And so I asked him, because at first I was a little wounded. I was like, what am I not doing? And he's like, no, I just think at bedtime, you always have to pay attention to the other kids too. And if we had a spare mom, dad and you could, then you just get a focus on me. And it was so sweet. He didn't ask for a spare dad, by the way. He asked for a spare mom.
You're telling me that just because your child, a kid just wants some more attention and nurturing, you're saying, oh, well, that settles it then. That kids, they know what they want better than anybody, right? Right? Kids always know better than adults themselves, right? And another thing, which is like so disrespectful, you have a husband, you have a man at home, you have a husband, and you don't think that your kid needs your husband. What, just to put a roof over her head, however many kids you have? Well, that's something, isn't it? It surely does put a lot of the financial load off of your shoulders, so you can spend a lot of time with your kids. Is that not helping? How are you gonna talk trash about your own husband? You know good and damn well that your kid needs your husband around. For you to think of him so low as to taking your what your kid's words at face value. Oh my God. Yeah, there needs to be more women to take care of these kids. There already are, while the men are at work. Like, why'd you even get married? Dude, dude, all their points are invalid because they are depending on a man or relying on a man. Don't y'all have fathers? Do you mean to tell me your fathers did not play a, a big role into how you are today? Hmm? They didn't do anything, for better or for worse. There was no lessons to learn from your father. You'd rather not have a father at all. You want to be stuck with your mother the whole time because that's what women say. That's what all women and all daughters have ever said. God, I love being around my mother 24/7. That's all I need is my mother. Cap. This whole panel is lying.
I took this totally differently in how I prepped
Yeah.
because broadly speaking, I feel like men have proven largely useless. Like I think in the political moment, the people who are
Guys, don't hold
saying
back.
what needs to be
Of course,
said
yes.
in my party, it's all women. The very few men, with the exception of Mike Pence and a few others, are saying what they need to. But in life, like I need my husband. I don't know if I need any other men, but he is irreplaceable.
Yeah,
Aw.
yeah, I think so.
But
I
that's
mean,
what we're all saying. We like our husbands. We just don't need men beyond that.
Yeah, wait till you're married 20 years and you'll see how
Well,
replaceable
the
they
reason
are.
that women, I think that the reason women can stay married for as long as they do is because they have a lot of girlfriends.
They have a village.
They have girlfriends. Because I always have to initiate the conversations. He'll step up, but I have
I
to
thought you were going
start
to say
them.
initiate.
Oh, I
and
don't
was
I,
like,
I,
no,
ju- I just
I don't
told
know
you
if
guys,
this
I
is-
have 8 girlfriends from Panama here who are girlfriends for 50 years since they were in kindergarten.
Oh, I love
And it's that, and they were saying yesterday that they've gone through divorces, they've gone through challenges, and having that village of women has made it possible.
well, we
for
are
them.
more collaborative than men. I think
Yeah.
there have been studies that say that women have much closer friendship relationships than men do.
Because women
Again, I
have
think we have to make a
because
difference,
women,
differentiate gay men.
No, gay men are
Are in
part
their,
of our-
in their
are part
own
of our group.
category.
yeah, but
we're
we're
not
not married to gay
independent.
men, okay?
Oh,
But
Okay,
women,
sure.
women have conversations about their feelings. Men talk about
It's
sports,
socializing, yeah.
cars, all that stuff.
I don't know. My husband talks about his feelings with his
Maybe he's
friends.
gay. Next.
Maybe he's gay for opening up to his wife when expressing his feelings. There is no winning with women. Ladies, help me out. Help me out. Do you want men to be more vulnerable and express their feelings and their thoughts more? Or are they gay for that? There is no winning with that. Nobody's saying that there's anything wrong with this content. All right. This allows to be on the internet. This allows to be on everybody's TV screens. This content right here. And women, I implore you to just to watch these things as a comedy. As a comedy. There should be nothing to take away from these. These are people to laugh at. This is an observation of the world, how they don't care about building a strong family home. I swear it's like, I don't know, the powers that be want us just to be at odds with each other, want us to be enemy. They don't want us to have a strong family structure so that kids are under the values and beliefs of their mom and dad. It's like they don't want that. And fellas who are married to women like this, if your wife has a job like this and she's talking about your personal lives, you better say she better have nothing but positive things to say about you. This is what I would tell any girl I'm getting serious with. I don't want you to talk bad about me in front of anybody. Okay? If somebody has something nasty to say about me and I'm not there, they don't agree with our dynamic, I need you to defend me on the spot. Right? Whether I'm there or not, I need you to defend me. Okay? We could talk about things when we get home. Gladly. Happy to. But don't let other people say something nasty about me. Right? And if people are asking you personal things about us, you better not be saying anything nasty about it. Okay? Lie through your teeth. Come home. We'll talk about it. We'll work through it. Then you'll feel better about answering the next time. But I don't want you, like hell, not even for content. Absolutely not. Do you get to talk bad on my name?